that valley failed. So the valley top hold would be right here. Look at that. Perfect. Hold the top side of that. So I mean, hold and break levels are like we're all very comfortable with hold and break levels. This is such an impactful thing that it's just having the accuracy and hold and break levels is really important. You combine that with Pandora's box and origins, backside trends, and where support exists and what targets can be. You have to start combining all this together, right? Like, how does something succeed? Well, it holds levels. How does something break down? Well, it continues to fail parts of the move, right? Like failure is succession happens after big failure, right? Like something will break down, like in XCC here, like something will come, set up a move for the future, like so, set up for a move for the future, hit a hold level, break down further, and create a breakout in the moment to back attack a valley. Had this not been attacked right here, this could not have been set up to break. See what I mean about the attack of the level? Had that inverse not been tested in the past, but it was, right, wherever it was tested right there, right? It just blows right through it because it's no longer an untested level. Rather, it's just something that just flies right through to the next daily. A pullback happens, it goes to the next daily, it holds its move for enough time to create this accumulation, and then it pulls up to its next daily target, has a pullback to what would have been this hold right here. Come on, this right here, right? Would have held this right here. This would be the hold level in the current move. So it's just about finding the relevance in the moment. So hold and breaks become very straightforward. It's just, hold the move up, right? Somebody tried to break the move and the move wasn't done. Somebody tried to back attack a leg or completely break the move down, and it got enough support on the hold level, and goes and targets its 6 daily here, pulls back, holds its hold level from back here. Would have been this right here, would have held, and continue moving up, right? So it's about seeing the right information. So that's a practice thing. Hold and breaks are practice. Seeing the right ones are a testament to practice. Like this would have been a pretty crazy position to take from here. You see this hold level get hit a second time. I wonder how much profits there was here. 20% in like what, more than 20% because it's not snapping properly. 22% in minutes. This is like 2 hours, a couple hours maybe. 1820 to, yeah, this is like 3 hours. 20% in 3 hours. Like that was a great scalp position if you saw the hold being hit and held and so forth, right? So hold levels, break levels, they're very straightforward, but they're very hard to identify. So this becomes a thing of practice, right? Understanding the way laddering works in support and resistance, breaks and holds. Yep, very, very, very good. You guys know how important trend is now. So moving averages should become quite simple. Excuse me. Quite simple to see what moving averages are now and how they are just nothing but trends. It's such a crazy thing to spot when you can scan through markets and just look at moving averages. Again, not something I'm using a ton of, but it's pretty important to understand what moving averages actually mean. Right? You have something like this where you're testing trend, break over top of trend, which is reflected way back when. Like trend break was back here on this little red, and these two candles is where trend break was. The fact that it's moving over afterwards is just delayed to show you that the trend break happened down here, right? So then you see the big move up attack at the top trend right there, right? This is metal. What's the 4 hour doing? This is showing you that you're about to break through a trend as you flatline in price here. You're about to break through a trend with the way this is falling down on top of it. Let's go to a coin that we don't know anything about, APPC, or like, I don't know, some random coin, XMR. Sure, that looks good. Or like Ripple. Let's do Ripple. Haven't seen Ripple in a long time. App coins here, broke trend here, and it looks like it just already has failed trend back here. So it looks like it's It has broken trend, right? You can see the trend break right there. Like the trend break happens here, but the move is already over, right? Because trend break most likely happened back down here. Um, Down in here would have broken this trend, and and then the move happens. What happened on the daily here? Um, you're just too far away from trend still. You still have to hold. Like you can see that this is just too far away from trend. You still have to hold for how many days before you test, but you are coming to a test probably in about 8 days. Let's go to what was that, APPC? Actually, it looks like it's a bit longer than 8 days. Maybe it's like 12 days. You still have quite a gap here, so we know there's going to be a large trend break. Like 12 days, maybe 10, 12 days, something like that. Yeah, see, it's pretty far away. The trend break is pretty far away. July 15th to that would be 10 days, 11, 12. That'd be 15 days. Like, yeah, 15 days before you break. So yeah, AppCoin, not so beautiful. Look at something like GTO, you can see it's been trying to break trend for how long, right? Like you can see the attempt to break trend. All these wicks up against this is just an attempt to break trend. Moving average is just a matter of understanding that they are trends and that they do represent trends, and it's the averaging of price over time. So very, very straightforward, actually. Moving averages, that's the easy part of that workshop. Oh, Ripple. Okay, we can see Ripple. Something like this is a break of trend, right? You see something like this, a break of trend, move failure, back test of trend to move up. That's what that is. You're back testing a trend. When you break through like that, you're back testing a trend. When you break over like that, it's the back test of a trend. When you fail over top of it like that, it's the hold level. It's moving up again. Yep, right there. Test trend. It still needs time. It's trying to ladder against trend right now. What about Ripple? Ripple has broken its trend and hasn't found its move yet. Oh, it's got a long ways to go on Ripple. That's why, because the maximum is the valley here. Yeah, not much to know about Ripple right now. AppCoins is very much like Ripple. Like it just needs to find some support here, right? Like you can see the similarity in these charts. It's almost identical, actually. Yeah, you can't really see much of a difference, can you? Not really, no. Rejection versus retracement. A very simple way to break this down in a review way is retracement is this. This is retracement where you have come to attack some level, which you can see fractally. This level is here. Mega tool, hello. Fractally, that level is there. This is retracement when you have a level hit and you come and have a pullback, right? That is retracement. This is rejection. This is when you come up and you hit no level in sight and you have an immediate purge after that. When you come up to attack something, and this is going to be very much trend a lot of the time. When you come up and attack something, see, this is very much trend where you break trend and you fail the move. That is retracement. When that happens, this is like what happened in what was that coin? It was doing it all year last year. Maybe not fuel, gas, maybe. Okay, we'll look at gas after. That's fine. When you come and pull up against something like this and are blatantly missing targets and having a pullback, that is rejection of a move. You can break this down to the 4 hour, and you can see there's nothing even within sight on this trend break, right? ONG did this a lot. ONG did this a lot. Like your level would be there, and even before that level, you would have that there. There is no you have local success, right? You have this right here, which is local success. It's at the 4 hour break level. You have a 4 hour break like this. Oh, let's make that thinner. You have a break of a level like this, right? And then after that, there is a complete failure in the move. This is going to onset to long-term failure. This is rejection of a move. This is what happens when you see something break trend like this and has a complete pullback. Actually, very much like, you know what? Very much like our favorite coin right now. Our favorite coin just did this. It had tried to break out over here and had failed right here and had failed to move and led to large distribution, right? Right there. When it actually came back up, no, I'm wrong. This actually hit the inverse. Inverse 4, what about the daily? You have to kind of confirm something on the daily. Oh boy, that trend line is in the way. I can't tell if this is rejection. It's not rejection, actually. It's a move setup. There's a big difference here. Where were we? Break trend, hit the inverse. This is Bitcoin dominance. This isn't move rejection. This is Bitcoin dominance, and this is move setup. This is rejection, where you have a large trend break happen and you hit no foreseeable levels on a bigger chart. This has done that inside of this right here. This has done that inside of this move right here. So this is not rejection. This is just a retracement and then a pullback from Bitcoin, as opposed to something like this where you do have a swing up and a failure. That's rejection. Retracement is very easy to see. Retracement looks exactly like a Pandora's box, right? Like retracement breaks a level, comes back, targets, tries to hold something, breaks up again. This looks like move rejection as well, actually. You have to break it down to see if it's move rejection. It's not move rejection. It actually attacked the valley. It attacked the valley and is holding its move, right? Like it's holding its move right here. It has pulled back a little bit, but nothing too staggering. Gas, let's check gas. Because I know this had been doing this all year last year. This had gas had been doing this all year last year. You can see it right here. You can see it right here where you have a level that's hit, right? Wonder if I could try to do something new here. Let's use a replayer tool so we don't lose our spot. Move to the next candle. Perfect. You know, it's funny enough, Bitcoin just did this. A move down followed by a move up and failure to ignite the move. That's move rejection. It's pretty important to see. It happens rarely, but it also shows you long-term failure. And then you switch this. I wonder if I could switch this on the fly. No, you can't. That's what move rejection looks like. It's when you have something that swings up and it will fail down after because it can't sustain its move. That's the difference between rejection and retracement. You swing up, you come straight back down. That's rejection of a move. When you swing up and come to hold something to continue a ladder, that is retracement. Now, this is kind of common sense in a way, but it's very important to see because when you see it, it's showing you that the move is breaking down, which is very important to know in the moment. Come on. There we go. Swing up and completely break trend and can't hold the move. It happened right here. It was pretty quick. Right, happens right there. That's move rejection. It happened here again. See, it's just swinging up to come down, and it's probably going to go through long-term rejection. Like I know it's going to because I've seen this chart, but there it is right there too. There it is right there. That's rejection, not retracement, right? This is downtrend. Yeah, Bitcoin just did this morning, right here. Big pullback, move up to try to continue its move, and then a complete collapse of the move. This is setting up for long-term failure on Bitcoin, which actually is funny because right after this move, long-term failure happens. You have a pullback, a huge swing up. That's not retracement. That's rejection. That's move rejection. It's a very important distinguish. Let me say that properly. A very important thing to distinguish between when something is retracing in a move versus when something is rejecting a move. And I think to best understand that is to just kind of listen to those words. When something is retracing in a move, it is pulling back to hit a level, right? Like this moment here would have been retracement, right? Like that would have been retracement. So if we go actually on the replayer tool, right? Bitcoin has a big pullback. I'm not sure what it hit here. I didn't update my chart that well. But anyways, we break trend and it has a big pullback. It moves up. It pretty much has to hold this level after a big move up like that. When something swings this much, it kind of has to hold a level, right? It kind of has to start an uptrend. Otherwise, it's just move failure on a larger time frame. It's just move failure that's showing you fractally. It looks like succession right now in the current local time frame, but also fractally in a larger time frame, it's showing you move failure, right? So as this comes down, it would have tried to hold this, and if it can't hold this, it's move rejection. See, you can see the failure happen on this coin when you see this big purge down, the swing back up to attack the level, right? Like that's rejection. That's when something rejects its move, and you can see Bitcoin desperately trying to hold, but the breakdown was furious. Like it was pretty clear that the breakdown, right? This has to ladder up, like has to ladder up. So even in this moment in Bitcoin, it kind of has to keep this, and then as like almost like a desperation, has to keep this swing right here. The second it takes that big move up and starts breaking these levels, yeah, that's like big time rejection. Hits trend, tries to hold the level off of trend, starts to move up, fails its level again. Right, we're looking at this on a pretty small time frame, so it's not going to look that alarming. But this is like long term move rejection right now. And you can see why it is too. Switch this to the hourly. What does it look like on the hourly? You look at the rejection on this move. This is so crazy. What about the 4? Has a huge pullback, tries to reestablish, and rejects the move completely. Just completely dead. The move just completely. That's a big move down. Was that 10%? Jesus. Yeah, it's like 10% down off of that, right? So like rejection and retracement is a very important thing to understand. Very, very important distinction to understand.
Hey everyone, how's it going? As you know, I'm now giving out some of this content for free that I was otherwise charging for the past little while. Yeah, drop a donation, subscribe to the channel, join Patreon. You'll get access to Discord. Great way. Lots of top level traders in there, people who are doing this for a career every single day. So go to Patreon, join a tier, get access to Discord. Go on Reddit, talk about future of trading, talk about the science of trading, talk about cotton candy, socials, everything you can. Let's help this thing grow. It's the way you guys can thank me for giving out this content for free that I was otherwise charging money for. So I'll leave a Bitcoin address on the screen. I'll leave the Patreon address on the screen. Just do something to help out. Okay, thanks guys. Take care.